And so next, it's important to talk about the leadership philosophy that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. uses. And when I think of the leadership philosophy definition in the book, which talks about this is the way that each of us approach leadership with our own sets of beliefs about the nature of people and the nature of work, I think of McGregor's Theory X, Theory Y kind of thing, where Theory X is when a leader thinks that his followers don't want to be there, they don't care. You have to push them to the limit. You have to tell them what to do. They need guidelines. They need structure. Where Theory Y is people like to work. They like to listen. They like to have confidence to do things on their own. They like that freedom. And I really think that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. does a great job of using Theory Y. He pushes his leaders or pushes his followers as a leader to want to do the next great thing. He gives them the leeway. Okay, how are we gonna show them that we want equal bus rights? Are we gonna do a bus boycott? How are we gonna show them we want voting rights? How are we gonna show the whites that it's not fair? The only time he ever really uses Theory X is when he says you can't be violent. I can't let you have that because if we stoop to their level, we will never achieve what we want to. They will, if we attack them, burn down their houses, it's just never gonna work. We can't cause a war. We have to show our motivation through nonviolent views. And I really think this worked for him just because his followers really bought into that and they enjoyed the freedom of being able to see how they could make changes on their own. And okay, so next, I want to talk about just a little bit about our book and how I was able to kind of get everything from this book that I'm sharing with you today. So our author does a great job of showing that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. uses rhetoric, and that's really great because rhetoric is a speaker's ability to persuade people through influential